Hey, welcome to the January 22nd, 2019 Daily Beard, or the Daily Beard of January 22nd, 2019, whichever you prefer. Just pretend the one you wanted was there. So, a lighter topic today, Oscars. Something that, being such a huge Musi fan, I'm a Musi fan, that's a whole other thing, movie fan, a lot of people would think I'm really hyped on the Oscars, and I'm not. And here's why. Alright, so 2009 Oscars. When I was younger, Oscars meant a lot to me. When I was like, Oscars is amazing. But 2009 Oscars. Hold on, I'll pull it up because I have it written here. Best Picture nominees for the 2009 Oscars, which is actually 2008 year, but 2009 Oscar ceremony, was The Reader, Milk, Frost Nixon, Curious Case of Benjamin Button, and Slumdog Millionaire. And Slumdog Millionaire won that year for Best Picture. That was the year that I stopped caring about Oscars. Now, if you're like, why was that the year you stopped caring about Oscars? I asked it for you. Because all those movies I've seen, I haven't seen Milk, I've seen The Reader, I still need to see Milk. Frost Nixon I've seen, Curious Case of Benjamin Button I've seen, Slumdog Millionaire I've seen all those movies. They're all decent movies. None of them is as good as The Dark Knight. Christopher Nolan still doesn't have an Oscar. None of them are as good as The Dark Knight. Go ahead and make your case, but they're not. Dark Knight didn't get nominated that year. It got nominated in a couple categories, and the only one it really did well in is Best Supporting Actor, which was Heath Ledger winning for The Joker, which is iconic. But I'll be honest, if he didn't die, I don't think he would have won that either. The Oscars suck. The Oscars are political. The Oscars do not get it right 95% of the time. And when they do get it right, it's almost by accident. Alfred Hitchcock never won an Oscar. He got an honorary Oscar, and the man went up and said, "Thank you," and walked away, because he's badass. They don't mean anything to me. They're all political. The person who wins because, not because they're the best necessarily, but because they had a movie that was political, or they had a movie that was about a subject that voters wanted to vote on, or they're Daniel Day-Lewis, who is a phenomenal actor, but is limited in the fact that he only does Oscar pictures. The other thing is, Oscars are run by a bunch of people that are like in the industry and stuff. They don't have to have even seen the movie to vote for it. So there are times when people actually cast votes for movies they have not seen. That makes no sense to me. I think to be an Oscar voter, you should have to register what movie you saw, when you saw it, how you saw it. There's a huge difference between seeing a movie that was meant to be seen in the big screen on your laptop, because you got a screener copy sent by the studio to you. They should have to register all that crap, but they don't. They don't even have to have seen the film to vote for it. So, I love movies. I love movies more than most people you know do. Now, a few people who watch this probably are like, no, and I'm like, yeah, you might love movies more. That's fine. But the average day person, I love movies more than you. That's okay. I don't love the Oscars. They don't hold any meaning to me. I'm thrilled when one wins that I want to win. Shape of Water won last year. Guillermo. I love that Guillermo del Toro won an Oscar. But in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't mean much, because Christopher Nolan doesn't have an Oscar. Hitchcock never won an Oscar. Took Steven Spielberg to literally take a film about the Holocaust to win him an Oscar. They don't mean anything. They're nice pieces of jewelry, and but Oscars hold no weight with me, and that's why. Simple today. Thanks for watching. Stay bearded.